Hey everyone, welcome to today's video, and it is hot as can be here in Texas right now, but I've been wanting to shoot this video, and so here we are. Let's just power through it, and if I wipe my face and drink some water, just bear with me. It is just super hot here. So what I'll be doing with this Troy Bilt today is I've already changed the air filter, and I'll be replacing the fuel filter, the oil filter, and changing the oil. And I was watching probably 3 or 4 different videos here on YouTube to try to learn how to do all this stuff. And I thought, I want a video where all of it is in one place and all the parts that I need are in one place with the links, and all the tools that I need are in one place. So these guys I'm watching, they probably have a whole tool chest in their garage. I have a bin of tools, I have a drill set, I have some socket wrenches, but I didn't have some of the tools that I needed to do the particular things that I want to do to the engine. So I will also show you what I'm using. So let's get going. Okay, I saw some of the guys pull the hood off, some of them left it on. I'm going to go ahead and pull it off. And it's pretty easy to do. I've already tried it to make sure that I could do it before I put it on video. So I'll go ahead and do that. What you're gonna do is just go ahead and lift up, and you can pull the headlights out. Okay, so here are your headlights, and they're really easy just to turn and pop out just like that. So there's one. And then there's the other. And then you can see the cord. So we're going to feed the headlights down in this little area, and it's going to come out here, and then we'll just set them down by the tire. Okay, so now you see the headlights are just down there underneath, and we will go ahead and lift the hood off, and you can see where it is just setting in the grooves of the attachment right there. So it's super easy, and I'll just lift it off and set it to the side. So you just need to lean it forward a little bit like that. This is all the way open, so you can see that that's where it stops. So you want to like put it a little bit forward and then just lift it right out of there. It's really, really simple. I'm just going to set that down over here. And here we go. Okay, so here's the setup, and I hope all this stuff works, right? Especially this. This is the new oil filter, and this is the oil filter wrench that I'm supposed to be able to just ratchet around the old one and pull it out of there. So we'll see. This is the fuel filter. This is the what is this? Somebody will be watching this going, it's the, yeah, it's that. Anyway, it's that. It's the ratchet extension thingy. And here's the socket. You need a 5/8 inch. Here's the spark plug. I got it from Amazon. And here are the grips to tighten off the fuel line while I replace the fuel filter. And this is the packaging that the air filter came in. I have an empty milk carton to put the oil in, and I have my drill that I'm going to remove the cover of the engine with. There's 4 bolts that need to be undone for that. Okay, this is the tubing that came with the Troy Bilt, and it's for the oil drain for that purpose. And it said in the other videos I need about 1.5 quarts of oil replacement, and I have these just here in the garage, and I probably have about 1 quart total, so I'll need to run out and get some more, but that will be a good enough start. So these are the items that you'll need to do the fuel filter replacement, oil filter replacement, oil drain, and the air filter replacement on Troy Bilt Bronco. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove the cover from the engine. And first you need to take out the oil dipstick and set that to the side. Okay, so there's 4 bolts that hold on the engine cover, and there's one right here. Right here you have to remove the air filter to be able to access this bolt, and then you've got one over here by the gas can, and then one over on this side. I'm just removing them, and okay, oops. Trying to get just the bolt. Okay, that's done. So now we're going to pull off the engine cover. And before I started in on any of this, that's pretty dirty. Before I started in on this, I did mow my front yard to get the oil warmed up to drain out. So you do want to let the engine run for about 5 minutes, at least, from listening to the other YouTubers, that's a good amount of time to get the oil warmed up so that it will drain nice and well for you. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a toothbrush and get some of the grime off of some of the engine here. So I will be right back. Okay, so this is the place where you're going to drain the oil, and all you're going to need to do is pull this lid off, and then you see how it's notched to turn it and pull out. That should release the oil into this container with the tube. So I'm going to set that up and then go ahead and start the process of draining here. Okay, so here it is draining into the container, and it's quite dark, so it was time for a change here. But it's really easy to go ahead and hook up the tube and to just pull that out from its position and start the drain. So we'll just let that go as long as it takes to drain out of here. It could be 10, 15, 20 minutes. I went ahead and got the shop vac out and cleaned this up just a little bit. But here's where the spark plug is. And so we're gonna go ahead and pull the cap off of that. I got the cap off and set that just to the side there. And now this is where the 5/8 inch socket wrench comes in handy, that we're just going to slide right down onto the spark plug. Okay, I had to separate the socket part here from the ratchet to be able to slide it into cover the spark plug, and so now it's on there. I'm just going to gently start loosening it. All right, and once you got it loose enough and to where it's just coming out of there easily with your hand, you can keep just turning it with your fingers. And if you turn the engine on and let it go for 5 minutes to warm up the oil or whatever, you do want to make sure that it's cool enough to work on. I wouldn't just like dive right into this. So yeah, the spark plug has not been changed since I've had this Bronco. I've had it almost 4 years, so it was definitely time to change. focus. There we go. You can tell how old it is. It was definitely time, and there it is. And the one from Amazon that I'm linking, the Champion, it feels the same nice heavy weight as the old one that came with the Troy Bilt, so they feel exactly the same in my hands. So the new spark plug is in, and I've got the socket wrench attached here, and really I was able to tighten it just by hand because I don't want to force it, and it's pretty snug right here as it is. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off, and like I said, it was easier for me to place this over the spark plug without the extension on it. So I just wiggle it off, and that's nice and secure in there. So the spark plug is done. Now we're going to move on to removing the oil filter, which is right here. And as I said, I'm not sure if this is the original one that came with it. So I just hope that sucker will be nice to me and come off. Okay, we've got the oil filter wrench, and we're just going to go ahead and put it on here. And oh, I already loosened it a little bit, to be fair. So yeah, that's loose enough to just go ahead and unscrew, so that worked just fine. And I have some cardboard underneath. Okay, so yeah, that's full of dirty oil. And I'm not gonna tilt it so you can see it, but maybe you can get a good enough look at that. It's quite full, so be careful when you're unscrewing that. That this could be full, so you want to be just super cautious with that. And I'm going to go ahead and wipe off. I've got paper towels on hand. Go ahead and wipe this down. Of any old oil and debris, there's dirt and stuff in there. Okay, now that's done, and went ahead and got the new oil. We're going to fill up the filter, and just do this carefully. I'll put a paper towel down underneath me. I'm just sweating bullets here. As you can probably tell, the sun finally started hitting in the garage here. So, but I wanted to get this done and make a video of it, just for possibly helping those out there, like one-stop shop of all this. And you'll see it bubble up in there, and then just kind of keep settling in. So just keep going with that until it's nice and full. And then what you're going to want to do is just gently take your finger into some of that oil and rub it around the gasket, so that you have a nice seal when you screw it back in. And then here we go. And it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So just gonna hand turn that in there and give it a little bit of tightening with the wrench here. Just making sure that it's nice and secure. Okay, that's good. Oil filter's changed. Next, we're going to go into the fuel filter right there. Here, I'll just show you the air filter while we've got it. So I already replaced it, and it's one that I ordered from Amazon. It's a Kohler, and the prices, the links, and all that will be in the description below. But this is all that came with it, and it's the exact replica of what the mower came with. So there's no confusion at all. It's exactly what you're replacing is what came with the mower, which is nice. So, and that's the housing that it comes in, which we will be putting back on there after we put the engine cover on. Okay, so you are going to want to get a pair of just regular pliers, which I did not have in the tools, in the tool lineup, but most households I think probably just have a regular pair of pliers laying around. So that's all you're going to need to pull these just away from the filter. So you just go ahead and clamp and then move that away. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, so to get this one removed from here, I had to pull the hose a little bit because whoever installed it had put the clamp back here, so it wasn't as easily accessible as this one was over here. But just maneuver the hose a little bit and then use your pliers and grab it and push it to the side. And next we're going to put on the clamps so that it'll you know, prevent the fuel from coming in where we're working. So I've got these little clamps that I will put the link down below in the description, like I said, and let's just go ahead and attach those right here. And it's gonna wind up. That one tweaked a little bit there as I opened it up. So, all right, I think we're good to just go ahead and clamp it down, and it's just a one-handed action here. Okay, we've got the clamps down. I ordered a set of plastic ones, and then I ordered one that was recommended by another YouTuber, and so I have that one here, and I'll put the link again in the description. And so all we're going to do is go ahead and remove the fuel filter. You can see that there is some fuel in there, and so I've got a rag down there and a rag on top of the cardboard underneath for the fuel that comes out. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so I had to turn off the camera and use both hands. I was trying to get a close-up, but I had to use both hands, and it was easier to pull this side out first, to wiggle this part out, and then to hold the filter, the old filter up and pull up this way on the tube and release it from this side. And some fuel did come out, but not a whole lot, so we've got them clamped off. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this in and wiggle it right in like the old one was. And then go ahead and attach this side. And that one snapped on. A lot easier than the other side, but go figure. And so we're just gonna go ahead and release the clamps. That one worked really well, as did the plastic one. So the plastic one I bought in a set of 3, and I will link those down below too. So there are, you could probably just use the plastic ones really, and not have to buy the metal one. But I wasn't sure, you know, what would work. I'm not a mechanic. I'm just somebody who watched YouTube videos and wanted to do my own tune-up on my Troy Bilt. So that's what, you know, that's what I'm sharing with you. All right, so the fuel filter is on. Oil filter is changed. The oil has been drained, and here is where the new oil will go in. And the other YouTuber said it takes about 1.5 quarts. Compared to the color that came out, you can definitely tell a difference with the new oil going in. And it just slides down like this and line up the bolts. And pull the bolts out of my pocket. next will be the air filter. And the air filter is super easy. It's you've got these two bolts that come out like this, and all you want to do is just line up how you removed it, and make sure that the writing is facing up so that you know you're in the right way here. And just set it on, and might take a little wiggling to feel it, make sure it's set in the right place. And then once you start twisting, you'll feel it grab hold, and then just twist it tight in there. Head out. Twist your headlights back into place. They just slide in really easily. There's little notches that guide them in, and then you just twist and it's done. So, okay, there we are. Let's give her a start and make sure she still runs. Okay, it's obviously a different day. I've got a different shirt on. So what happened? I put everything back together, and my Bronco would not kick over. It just sat with the engine just wanting to kick over, and it wouldn't do it. So I thought, I dug in some more thinking, okay, maybe there's a carburetor issue. You know, did I get anything loosened up when I was changing things out? And so I went back and looked over the wires and things. Everything looked like it was connected. So I wound up calling a repairman because I thought, I'm done digging into this thing right now. Don't know what I'm doing. And he came out and quickly saw what the problem was. There is a rubber cap that goes over your spark plug, and I forgot to put that back on. So it was just hanging out there, sitting there, waiting to be put back on. So that has to be done. Also, another thing I learned is that spark plugs don't always come ready to be used. So sometimes you need to gap your spark plug, and there's tons of videos on that. Trust me, I watched a few of them. I figured when this guy's out, if the spark plug needed to be gapped, he would know how to do it, and it didn't. Mine was great, it was good to go. I just forgot to put the rubber cap back over it. That was all that was needed. Everything else looked great, and she runs great now. She's doing just great. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted a place where these 4 things were all in one video, and the tools that were necessary to do it were all in one video. So I hope this helps somebody out there so that you don't have to watch, I don't know how many videos, 3 or 4 videos I watched at least a couple of times to try to get done what I did here, because I'm no mechanic. I just own a riding lawnmower, and I didn't want to have to pay somebody to come out and do all these things that I thought I could do it myself, and I did. So, all right, till next time, thanks for watching, and yeah, till next time.